This is the Vivo X200 Pro, and I've been using it for about a month. The reason I wanted to review it, a lot of people are calling it the best phone of 2025. And one thing everyone agrees on, it's the best camera phone of the year. Now, the camera part, I kind of agree. It's incredible. But the best phone of 2025? That's a bit of a stretch. Let's break it down. First, the design. At a glance, it looks like a typical smartphone except for that massive camera bump on the back. And I get it. There's a huge sensor inside, over an inch in size. Vivo tried to make it stylish with a ribbed ring around the housing and Zeiss branding, but it's bulky. Holding it feels awkward. It's top-heavy, and when you lay it flat, it tilts like a skateboard ramp. The sides are brushed aluminum, premium but a bit slippery. And while I'm not a fan of the curved edges, they're subtle enough that most users won't mind, especially with a case. Other details? IP69 water resistance. Better than most phones. Crisp haptic feedback and dual speakers. Check out this sample. This 6.78-inch LTPO AMOLED display is stunning. 2800 by 1260 resolution, 120 Hz refresh, and a blinding 4500 nit peak brightness for HDR. Outdoors, it hits 2000 nits, making it super visible. The 32-megapixel front camera shoots sharp 4K selfies. Here's a quick comparison with the iPhone. Now, the MediaTek Dimensity 9400 chip shocked me. Usually, MediaTek lags behind Snapdragon, but this? It's fast. Neck and neck with the best, though it heats up quicker. You can spec it up to 1 terabyte storage and 16 gigabytes RAM, and that 6000 milliamp hour battery? Unreal. I got 2 days of use easily with 100 watts wired and 30 watts wireless charging. But FunTouch OS? Meh, it's basic. Tiny icons, bland app drawer. I'd take Pixel OS or One UI any day. And with just 4 Android updates promised, it's behind Samsung and Google. Camera now, the real star, the camera. A 50-megapixel main lens, 200-megapixel periscope, 3.7 times optical, up to 100 times digital, and 50-megapixel ultra-wide. It destroys the iPhone in dynamic range. Shooting into the sun, details pop where the iPhone crushes shadows. Zoom, insane. At a hockey game, 100x shots looked cleaner than the iPhone's 25x digital mess. But sometimes the AI goes overboard. Faces get smoothed into oil paintings. Video? 4K is crisp, stabilization's great, and nighttime shots shine. Better brightness, bokeh, and detail than the iPhone. But for video purists, the iPhone still edges it out. So, best phone of 2025? Not quite. The Galaxy S24 Ultra still wins for its balanced package, longer support, S Pen, and cleaner software. But the X200 Pro's camera? A wake-up call to the industry. If this is 2025's preview, we're in for an exciting year. Low light and portrait mode. Now let's talk low light photography. The X200 Pro's massive sensor owns the night. Side by side with the iPhone, shadows are brighter, colors are richer, and noise is practically non-existent. Take this shot of a cityscape. The iPhone's version looks murky, while the Vivo pulls out details like it's cheating. Portrait mode? Even better. Edge detection is razor sharp, and the bokeh effect feels natural, not like a cheap filter, but, and this is a big but, the AI still overdoes skin smoothing. My friend's face ended up looking like a wax figure. Pro tip, dial down the beauty settings manually. Software quirks. FunTouch OS isn't bad, it's just bland. Swiping down for notifications shows these tiny icons that feel outdated. The settings menu is cluttered, and bloatware like Hot Apps and Easy Share? Annoying. That said, Vivo's added some clever tricks. The Super Night mode for video actually works, and AI Eraser cleans up photobombers scarily well. But if you're used to Pixel's clean Android, or Samsung's One UI, this'll feel like a step back. Gaming and thermals. Gaming on the Dimensity 9400? Buttery smooth. Genshin Impact at max settings barely stuttered, and Call of Duty Mobile ran at 120 frames per second, without breaking a sweat. But after 20 minutes, the phone gets warm. Not burn your fingers hot, but warmer than an iPhone or Galaxy. The upside? No aggressive throttling. Performance stays consistent, and that 6,000 milliamp hour battery means you can game for hours. Just don't expect cool as ice like a dedicated gaming phone. Here's the deal. The Vivo X200 Pro isn't the perfect phone, but it's the camera king of 2024. If you care more about photography than software quirks, this is your dream device. But if you want the full package, long-term updates, premium build, and a polished OS, stick with Samsung or Apple. That said, Vivo just raised the bar for mobile cameras, and that deserves respect. Agree, disagree? Let me know in the comments. Smash that like button if you enjoyed this review and subscribe for more brutal honesty about tech. Catch you in the next one.